Hello and welcome back to the Ultra HD Gamer, and this is another one of my eBay finds, a $13 ibook G4. It has some cosmetic damage, looking at the keyboard, but it is in otherwise decent shape. It has a hard drive, RAM, and a CPU, and it works. Turning it on, which will have a bit of a noise, and I don't like that. Well, I do, but not right now. It works. Basically everything on this laptop works, including the keyboard, which I will have to replace because of the keys missing and kind of messed up. But other than that, it's actually not too worn out. The palm rests are in decent condition. The screen is a little bit washed out, and I think the backlight is going. It's running Mac OS X, and it has a PowerPC single-core processor at like 1.07 gigahertz and 768 megs of RAM and some ATI Radeon mobile graphics card and a 40 gig Hitachi hard drive. So it's pretty decent for 13 bucks. I mean, I can get better, but it doesn't really get much better than this, if I'm being honest. Especially since it had free shipping, so it's basically like free all around. Well, not free, but cheap. What am I thinking? Oh, and as you can see, it boots up to that nice Mac OS X that I've never really seen in my life before, in real life, until now when I own this MacBook. Not MacBook, but iBook. I am kind of sad that I'm unable to make many videos now because of school. I'm actually pretty behind in schoolwork and all that jazz. And, yeah, that's a rather unfortunate thing, so I can't really make videos and play around with my tech. Oh, and something interesting about this MacBook is that its battery is in basically good shape, or it's basically new, as it came with a battery, and once I charged it, I didn't really have to charge it that much anymore because it's just really, really good. As you can see, put the laptop down. It still has 4 bars, so it's over 75%, and I don't know the battery health, but like I said, I'm assuming it's pretty good, as it actually lasted for a few hours. And it is a replacement battery, it's not the Apple original that came with it. As you can see, I'm kind of new to MacBooks, but it does feel like Linux. So yeah, it does have a 1.07 gigahertz PowerPC G4, 768 megs of memory, and it's running OS X version 10.5.8. So as you can see, it has 512 kilobytes of cache, level 2 cache. It has a 133 megahertz bus speed, and yeah. It also has a Hitachi 40 gigabyte drive, which is okay. I don't really like Hitachi that much, but I mean, what the heck? Why not? It came with the laptop. Oh, and it has an ATI Mobility Radeon 9200 with 32 megabytes of VRAM, and it is on the AGP bus, and the LCD resolution is a 1024 by 768p display with 32-bit color. So, I mean, it's decent for the time, of course. And it has 256 megabytes of built-in memory and 512 megs of DDR-SD RAM that is in DIMM 1 that I might upgrade. Well, actually, I don't really have DDR-SD RAM, So, yeah, that's gonna stay the same. And I think it's maxed out. I'm not sure. I never really done a lot of research into this sort of stuff. Well, on Macs, of course. I've done quite a bit of computer, like Windows and Linux PC research, but this is like my first time dealing with Macs, and the only reason I got this iBook G4 is because it's cheap, and I kind of wanted to mess around with MacBooks and have some existing hardware so that once these things start getting more rare and spare parts become less common, if I ever get something that I want to fix or do anything Mac related on, I have a few older Macs. Because the newer ones, sorry for the camera shake there, my camera's always shaky because I am very, very bad at being a cameraman. But anyway, these newer Macs don't really have that much upgradability, and, well, they don't really have longevity built in mind. Well, longevity as in, like, the next 10 to 15 years. Although this one doesn't really have that much longevity built or thought out at all, as it is very, very hard to upgrade. They make these nice little proprietary screws, which I probably have, and yeah, they made it as hard as possible for the people who originally had this MacBook, and even me, myself, to open it up. Well, it's not that hard. It's not as hard as newer PCs even now, but it is still more difficult than other laptops of its time, partially because Apple kind of doesn't want people to be opening up their computers. And I'm probably not making that much sense here, because I'm going on a nice long ramble. But anyway, I don't really know much about using Macs and stuff, so each time I play with it, I learn something new. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty neat to own this, and for 13 bucks, it is definitely a steal in my opinion, because these iBook G4s are getting more rare, and although this does have some problems, including the keyboard and maybe the screen, it works, and these things are not going to get any more common than they are right now. So I was like, why not get it? I will probably try to browse the web on this someday if I ever connect it to Wi-Fi. I have not done that yet. I have not done that yet. I am lazy. But yeah, as you can see, it has a decent array of ports for a MacBook at least. It has your telephone jack and Ethernet jack, and I think that's FireWire. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's FireWire. And 2 USB ports, and I'm not sure what that is. And the camera's not focusing for some reason. Also a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a Kensington lock over here. 2 nice speakers right here, and a charging port right here, and an optical drive. Something Macs don't have today. Actually, basically all computers don't have that anymore. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, with the advent of USB flash drives and cloud storage, which kind of has made USB flash drives in a sense obsolete. Well, not completely obsolete, but they are starting to become less and less common as they are less needed. And cloud storage is becoming more and more common, especially since you could get a ton of cloud storage for basically nothing, and you basically have internet access everywhere now. I still don't really like cloud storage. Anyway, I'm going to probably end the video pretty soon. Actually, I will, because I don't have that much time, but I mean, I just made a little overview of this $13 iBook G4, which is a pretty nice deal. I'm going to shut down this machine, end the video, and go. If you like this video, you can like it. If you don't like it, you can dislike it. If you want to subscribe for more, you can subscribe for more. I always like subscribers. I actually want to get to 1,000 subs, which is probably unattainable for a small channel like mine, especially with someone who's very, very bad at being a YouTuber, such as myself. And thanks for watching, and bye. Okay, one more comment, actually. The top of the MacBook, or not MacBook, but iBook, is very scuffed, which is bad, but for 13 bucks, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.